Listen, Jamie says it puts the lotion on.
Listen, I can control only what I can control.
That's one
control
button.
when I hit that fucking button.
You control one button.
One button.
Bro,
It's my button.
there's your button.
Welcome back, everybody. Jazz Podcast. Jamie, John, and Stipe coming at you. Not live. We're not live.
No, we're not live.
You'll hear this in a couple of days. Yeah,
Although we're on time this week. So
You were actually on time. Jamie comes early to set up, and you were actually a few minutes early.
no, I don't mean like on time to record. I mean like we're going to get the episode out on time this week.
that is correct. I knew what
We
you
were
meant.
Friday last week.
Yeah, we were late. You know, listen, man, it's summertime.
We had shit going on.
Yeah.
It was a holiday weekend.
We're busy. Yeah. America.
Well, you're out of the country every other week now.
Well,
You leave again this week, right?
yeah, I'm gone. I'm going to be in New York on a fishing trip. So
Tough.
I'll have to be, I think, I'm zooming in on the next one, I think.
What a super tough life you live.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Wait, you're zooming in on the next one?
Yeah, I'll have to be on a Zoom. Oh, I told Stipe, I said, just do one without me.
That's what's going to happen.
I love it.
Jamie's gonna tell me the wrong time.
He's fired up right now. I have no idea what happened today at work, but he's fired up.
Nothing. Actually, it's pretty boring. Day.
Okay.
I don't understand why Jamie would be fired up. He should be happy. He claimed a victory over me and my teammate in golf.
That.
Wow.
I heard about
So
this.
brought that up.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'll bring it. No, it's fine.
Okay.
I can accept defeat. I bought a round of beers.
You didn't answer my FaceTime when I called.
Yeah, when did you did call me?
The
Was it
minute
middle of
after you lost, I called.
Is that why you called me?
Yes.
Oh, when you posted the picture.
No, I
forgot
texted
to
him.
call you back. No, that's right. You did FaceTime me. I meant I was in the middle of talking to somebody and I did mean to call you back. I just forgot. I talked to you the next day. No, I called you back the next day.
Yeah.
24 hours later.
So
he's that guy.
He's the same news cycle.
Okay, so
We're good.
my daughter needs something to eat. I was waiting 24 hours to give her something to eat. Fuck it.
Hey, you'd be surprised about the survival of the human spirit. So it's okay. What I was going to say. So Jamie posted a picture of me and him. Me and my buddy from college played Jamie and our other friend Mike. We did a 2-man scramble match play, and we did 9 holes. And so Jamie and his buddy Mike won. They beat us. And
Let's just talk about the fact that he had a 100-yard chip.
did you tell him all the details already?
Just one detail.
This isn't even fresh
It
news.
was just one detail.
I want to throw it out there because that is amazing.
No, it really was. The best part is I missed it. And so I was like grabbing. No.
It was awesome.
I legitimately didn't see it. I wasn't just like fucking with him and saying like, oh, I missed it. And then I look over and I hear him go, holy shit. And he like puts his hands up and he's like celebrating. And I go, I'm so fucking happy that I didn't have to see that. And now mind you, like the first hole, I think we're both on the green, putting the same.
Yep.
And Mike drains like a fucking 40-foot putt. Mm-hmm. And they win the hole. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, me and my old college roommate, we were talking about it. And we just were like, we did not play good complimentary golf. We either both hit bad shots or both hit good shots. We weren't doing anything. Jamie was lights out inside of 100 yards.
That's why I heard you
My short game was on point.
Yeah. So, but then Jamie,
that's why I has 2 kids.
so we bet a round of beers after. So I paid my debts, but then Jamie takes a picture of us and I'm like, oh, we're just being friends. Like take a picture, right? And I'm waving at the camera, but it looks like I'm raising my hand. Jamie posts a caption on his social media and he's like, oh, somebody's raising their hand, got their ass beat today. And I was like, oh, thanks, friend.
Yeah, and you didn't call me.
You know, it's an eb and flow. It's an eb and flow of friendship.
It is.
Jamie. It is. It's more in the downturn most of the time.
So when I drained that chip, Suey had just said, he was like, what are we supposed to do from here? It's like an awkward distance. And I was like, how about we just drain this shit? And he said he was about to say, if you make this, I'll shave my fucking head. But he didn't get it out of his mouth before I hit it.
Yeah, that was a par 5.
Yeah.
You fucking eagled it.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm so upset.
That was awesome.
So upset.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, so anyway, before we got into the golf thing, we were talking about what we got going on this weekend. So once Stipe gets back here, we'll get into his diaper party that you guys are having going on. But I'll be up in New York, Lake Ontario, I think Point Breeze, doing some salmon
fishing. Yeah, I've done that before. You do it every year, right?
Yeah, it's turned into an annual trip.
Yeah.
So the running, no, a bunch of buddies. Okay. The running joke though is that I don't plan anything. I just tell my buddy, I'm like, just tell me where I'm supposed to go and what I have to do. And the running joke now has turned into that it's my trip and I invite him, even though I make him plan my trip. And so, so that's turned into the
how many guys go?
This year, I think there's only be like 6 of us that are going up, but there's like 25 people total.
Okay.
So they got his boat's up there. So we'll take that one out, and then they have another friend of theirs who's a captain that does charters up there. So
that's awesome.
We're gonna go out or whatever. One of the better times we were up there, I think we went out on the very first night I got out there. Just him and I went out because we were just trying to kill time, and we're like, yeah, nobody's up here yet, whatever. We go out, throw some rods off the back of the boat. We fucking hit our limit. We ticketed out in like an hour.
That's awesome.
It was the stupidest. Like we've never gotten that. I've gone out for like 8 hours on a Saturday and we don't catch shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is boring. We just drink beers and then, have fun and blast music. But that one we went out for an hour and fucking ticketed out. It was crazy.
We that was actually the last fishing trip I took with my father was up there. I think it was Point Breeze too, and we had a great time. It was a great charter that we went on and limited out probably in a couple of hours, but drank beers, had a good time. It's fun catching fish, man.
Yeah,
I miss it.
We were talking about, I think on one of either the last episode, maybe the one before that, you can't do your Canada trip, so you're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you said it on the podcast, but you talked about between us, you talked about some of what you had going on. You said you guys are doing a fishing?
Yeah, we're getting a fishing charter down there. It's Nashville Shores. There's a couple of lakes right in the area. It's not too far. It's like a 30-minute drive. So we're going to do a fishing charter. We got tickets to a minor league baseball game. I'm looking at trying to find some live music.
I feel like you let your daughter down because she wants to go see Luke Bryan, and he's in town that weekend.
That was my son.
Your son.
It was my son that really wants to go see Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan's hot.
Luke Bryan is.
Sorry.
Luke
That's
Bryan,
why I thought it was his daughter who wanted to see him.
Hey, easy.
What?
She's only 11, man.
She got a crush.
But it was, we saw that he's going to be there, and then I looked at ticket prices, and I laughed, and I said, there's no chance in hell we're going to see Luke Bryan.
There you go.
So, sorry about that. My wife just texted me and said my daughter took a huge dump. And, of course, I come upstairs. She's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, well, we're in the middle of it. And she's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like,
it's all good.
And whatever. So, then, of course, I changed her, and she didn't poop with my dog farting.
Well, Nemo's a big dog.
He did. And he got clean today, and so they squeezed his anal glands, as they would say. And then I think he's got a leaky trapdoor right now or something.
Oh, geez.
So he's got some napalm going on in the bedroom. I'm glad I'm down here.
Well, hey, in the interest of not becoming a fishing or veterinarian podcast, I feel like we need to change directions and get right into your golf outing this weekend.
I know I'm cool with talking about anal glands. I mean,
Yeah, we noticed. We noticed.
we got them on a diaper party, which is just another reason for me to.
Did you decide on a course? You don't have to say it on here unless
Ohio
people are going to show up.
You're right.
They're going to be at the course.
I see. I wouldn't even have thought of that. Good job, John.
Well, funny you just say that. At my wedding, we actually had security guard.
Yeah, you had to.
I think we have wristbands.
Oh, your bachelor party.
We have wristbands? No, that too. But no,
There was no wristbands for the wedding.
No, we thought about it, but
Yeah.
No, your bachelor party, you had a Cleveland police officer
had a
who
couple
actually, you had a couple that followed you around just because.
not following me around just to make sure no one was being annoying.
Yeah, they were undercover, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure like you were able to actually enjoy yourself and not.
Wait, Kindness was working that night?
No, he was not.
No.
He was only there on one day for a day.
But
we're just talking about.
So your bachelor party. So
we had another friend that. So of course golf is hot right now. Of course it's the summer, but since I think with COVID, I think everyone's just trying to get out of the house.
Yep.
And usually times open, but we have 16 guys, so I need four times
Back to back
It's
to back to
hard,
back.
and everything's so expensive, and
Right.
so I'm trying to find something decent. Like I know we're grown ass men, we have jobs, we can pay for it, but I still want to be like somewhat frugal for everyone, And finally, I just said I bite the bill. And it's not too expensive. It's like $48, but that's with a cart and everything and 18 holes. But
It's not bad at all.
not bad at all.
Perfect.
Actually, it's normal. It's normal pricing because some of these were like $75. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna pass on that one.
Yeah.
But my usually go to, I told you, but I called him and he said not a problem, but let me make sure because there's such a nice course that they always have charities and stuff like that and scrambles.
They have an outing going on.
He's like, I'm sorry, dude. Which I told him what time I should have told him later in the day because I twitched the day. I thought about it. I'm like, we don't want to sit around like for a few hours, so I'd rather just play golf, get back to the house, start drinking, and go in the pool and have fun.
Yeah.
And also, I got my projector and screen. Got my screen today. I talked about the projector, but I got my screen today.
Okay.
Pretty excited.
Get it set up yet or no?
No, it was pouring out. Anyway.
Oh, that's right. It's been raining a lot.
Yeah.
Today.
So so we were gonna do that, and my aunt who out of nowhere made the most amazing charcuterie board I've ever seen in my entire life.
Big fan.
It was no joke. I'm gonna post a picture about it on our page. It was the biggest thing, and she made the pepperonis, whatever it was, or salami, into a rose. It looked like a rose.
Wow.
Dude, she's never done it before, and she's like, I was like, so what are the chances of you? She's like, I'm already on it. I got it. She already bought everything. So she made it spicier for us on Saturday.
Wait, so she did it for the sprinkle
Party,
party,
and I
right?
told her,
So
I was
she's gonna
joking
do it
around. I was
again
like,
for
you
the
should
guys?
make it for the guys. She's like, I already got it. So she already bought everything, and she got spicier meat, jalapenos.
That's gonna get smashed.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
so how about the other day? I had a leftover, and she had a little spicy, spicier meat, and I smashed it. And my wife left, and also I was like, "Oh, dude!" And I just got the bubble guts, bro. And I was like, "Mila, you stay right here and you watch your iPad." And
Yeah.
it was close.
So, were you downstairs by the kitchen when that happened? The living room
When I
with Mila when you had the bubble guts.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably ran to the shitter that's right there.
Yep.
Do you shit with the door open when it's just you and Mila?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to.
You have to,
Because when it gets quiet, I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing out there?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
yeah. So and then,
So glad I'm past that.
Oh, dude, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm good now. I lost a few lbs from it, but I'm
You're good now, but until tomorrow when you have another poop story.
It's me bad.
So
Poop stories.
you're gonna wake up. You guys doing breakfast before golf? or you going straight to golf?
So we have a couple guys on the east side. I'm going to pick them up because they always pick me up. So I'll give them one-way Uber. So
Nice.
I'm picking up like 4 or 5 guys. We take the expedition. We can fit everyone's clubs in there and
Nice.
everything. So, and then we'll play. We have times at 12, 12:10, 12:20, 12:30, and then about 4 or 5 hours, and then we're back here and then have fun.
Doing getting the fire up the Traeger and
No, actually, my wife is just going to order food.
oh, nice.
She's like, I don't want you
It's
to cook.
even easier.
She's like, I don't want you to
You
cook.
shouldn't have to cook for your
Exactly.
for
Wife's like,
your party.
She should cook.
she's you tell her that.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm afraid of your wife.
I'm afraid of her too, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm just gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get hey Seth, what he just said, cut it out for me.
No.
Text it to me so I can send it to Ryan.
No.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can leave.
Get a
It. She
deal
knows
with
I'm
it.
afraid of
Deal
her.
with it.
I want to be Ryan Marie's favorite.
I got to stay on her good side, so she keeps making me
Oh,
birthday
you are going to
cake.
be her favorite after you bring in the dirt. You bought the dirt today, the Oreo dirt.
Brought the dirt.
Such a
down.
kiss ass, Jamie.
He is.
It's not me. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I told her last time when I came home. The next day, I told my daughter, I was like, "Hey, Mr. Stipe, really like the dirt," and she's like, "Well, I can make it for the next time you go." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." And then we're sitting having dinner, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to Stipe's tonight," and my wife was like, "I don't have what we need to make dirt." I was like, "I'll run up to Drug Mart."
Oh,
Just
yeah, it
tell
was
me what
nice of you, dude.
Yeah. No worries, man.
Thank you.
Don't let anyone ever say you're not a
That's
selfless
family
guy.
right there. That's family right there, dude.
Hey, Jimmy.
Family.
Hey, Jimmy. Your dad's an asshole.
Yeah, right.
No, it's your
so-
father.
Your father. Sorry.
I want to talk. I wanted to talk about family. I want to talk about. I love the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, you mentioned that. So I
You
don't.
did, yeah.
I love it.
We had a group text going. Stipe mentioned the
just wanna
Jersey
hang out
Shore,
with
like the people from the Jersey
Yes, like MVP, Ronnie, the girls. Like I think they're just fun. Like they're just like they're just fucking funny and they're really close. You can tell that they really appreciate each other and just.
They came back. Is this like is it?
It's like it's not like a show. It's a show, but it's more like them going on vacation, like a week-long thing.
Well, they're all. I mean, I would assume they're all like mid to late 30s
Yeah,
now.
they have kids
and
now. Yeah, the kids come.
yeah.
The kids come. Like
Okay.
they have a big hotel, but it's just funny watching them, dude. It's great. Like
Yeah.
it's just I'm like, man, how much fun is
Are
that?
they all there?
Yeah,
Okay.
all of them. So it's pretty fun.
They were all a bunch of douchebags.
Well, I like them. I guess I'm a douchebag.
You are.
I met Paulie D right after I won the title in Vegas. He was at rehab.
He's a big DJ, right?
Yeah, huge, and he was awesome. He's so nice. Just dude, that dude's always happy.
What was the other one? What was
Such
his name?
situation.
The Situation.
Yeah, that dude's been sober for a long time now. And
Hold on. What were you going to call him?
Project.
that's Pollock.
Shows
Pollock's the project.
Pollock is the project.
That's fair.
It shows you how much I followed the Jersey Shore.
I was
I
like,
apologize.
why did you sit there going, like, wait, what were you about to say?
Yeah.
The situation.
Yeah, no, it was something I was never into. I would assume you'd watch the hell out of it.
Like the first 2 seasons, I think,
I
were really
watched
big.
it. I wasn't like huge with it. I mean, I watched it, but then like now, like I don't know, I'm into it more.
Yeah.
So, are you? Is the show you're talking about new, or are these reruns that you just happen to catch
No,
and it's reignited the flame of interest?
No. They have new ones. Like they have new ones, but like the past vacations they've done too. You know, they went to like Vegas. They went to like.
Didn't they go to Italy like
Poconos.
when the show was actually?
They did that on the
I think
show.
on the
I
show,
remember
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I mean, but watching them, it's almost like watching John Volante
God, it is.
and his mom.
Yeah, it really is.
Like how much do they get pampered? Like you see their parents come over, like, hey, what do you need? It's exactly.
Oh, they still have that in their lives?
No, I'm saying like when you would watch back in the day, like
Okay.
parents would come over, like, hey, what do you need? Or they're cooking and stuff. They do sauce. I have sauce on Sundays too, but it's pretty fun. It's funny. I love that show. Honestly, I think they're great. I think I just love their chemistry. You know what I mean? Like they always like kids get in fights with each other, they always figure a way out to like not break the bond.
I think that would be really. Can you imagine either of yourselves in your 20s? Because they filmed that when they were probably in their 20s, right?
Absolutely, yep.
So could you imagine either of you guys in your 20s with a camera crew following you around all the time?
Absolutely
Like, how
not.
much stupid shit would you be like, oh, geez?
I'm
I do
super.
that now.
Well, yeah, you get followed around a lot. I am super grateful that I am the old man here who did not have to worry about cell phones and pictures and videos when I was in high school, coming out of high school.
AOL.
We did. Yeah, we had
Come
AOL
on,
Messenger. It was all about Messenger, and yeah, no, we didn't have to deal with all that shit. I couldn't imagine.
We were talking about. I was talking to a couple people about how we're at the age. You and I are closer in age. Jamie, you are
Ancient.
You're real old, but we're.
How
the,
was King Arthur though?
He
Seriously.
was awesome.
Yeah, we're
Good friend.
What do you think of the round table?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
What was Shakespeare like?
Did you ever?
I couldn't understand
Did you ever
him.
get to touch Excalibur, the sword?
Sword from the Stone. Is that you?
Yeah. This is my favorite part of the podcast, guys. I'm just watching the home run derby. You guys go ahead and without me.
No, what I was going to say was, so like obviously that would be horrendous. I think for all of us if we had camera crews following us around when we were younger and being stupid. But
That's what people want.
to get to relive a little bit of glory days. I had a bachelor party this past weekend, which I talked about. So we were out from Friday. We went to the Indians game.
Yeah, I saw that.
And luckiest thing ever, we get a walk-off
it
home
was
run in the
awesome.
bottom of the ninth.
Awesome game.
And we were like going nuts. And now, mind you, the stadium now does all this online ordering on their phone. So you can order stuff from the concession stand without being at the concession stand. And they tell you when it's ready and you just go pick it up.
That's
you say, I'm
fantastic.
number whatever.
Are
and you
those the
show-
restaurants? Like the restaurant?
No, the concession stands.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
In theory, it is, but when you have to set it up for the very first time,
It's fine.
luckily there was a million like Indians employee or Cleveland Baseball Club employees that are walking around.
Good move.
No one's going to cancel me. I'm already canceled.
Yeah, you canceled yourself.
So
Yeah.
so luckily they were around to help you set it up.
You
But,
actually
like you had to
canceled on
sign into like
Thursday.
4 different things. Yeah, I know. So so that was neat. So we were sitting there watching the game. You order your shit. They tell you it's ready. You walk over, pick it up, literally walk right back to your seat. So there's no like waiting in lines
That's
or anything.
awesome.
So
Did they have a girlfriend? They couldn't do that.
no, they couldn't do that. So Bumble, you're missing an opportunity at Major League Baseball games. No, but game was packed. Great time. So we went to the game. There was 8 of us in town. Went down to the boat Saturday, hung out, drank a bunch of beers, cooked out, grilled out, whatever. Now, for dinner, I'm like, all right, let's go to this pizza place at Saucy Brew Works that's over right by Ohio City there. We had all been drinking all day and hanging out. We made the grave error of not talking to each other while we were ordering beers and food.
How many pizzas did you have?
8 pizzas.
Yes.
So
Get your own.
we're idiots. But we all ordered X, like the big extra large pizza. We had so much fucking food.
That's fantastic.
And then, so we finish and we're like, all right, like, where are we going to go now? We just ate a bunch of pizza. We were drinking beers, whatever. Off to the strip club. So, why not?
Wow.
Did you?
No,
the
I
future?
didn't. No, I didn't meet the
You
future.
said while we were golfing.
Well,
that you had mentioned you're like
he's not a strip club guy.
Yeah, you said it. There's no way we're going to the strip club. He's
He
not a
was
strip
like,
club guy.
a couple of our other buddies were like, hey, we should go da-da-da. And he's like, yeah, I'm down. I was like, well, that's surprising. I was like, okay.
This is the last pair of titties you see in real life.
So, so we were over the last 2 days. We've been going back and forth on a group text, and the one guy's like, he goes, made a rookie mistake, fell in love with a stripper. He's like, I was following her around all night. He's like, I kept buying dances and da. Now, the best part is one of my friends who was in town. I won't say which one in case he hears this, but he fell asleep at the strip club.
I've done that.
At which I'd like to hear that. So I was going to say, I'd like to hear that story. So he falls asleep at the strip club, which at that point I was like, all right, I got to get us an Uber home, which was probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish. The Bachelor, he goes, all right, like his internal clock, I got to get out of here. The other guy's like, oh, we'll get another Uber later, blah, blah, blah. It's 3 a.m. They have to walk from Christie's in the Flats in Cleveland, which is like close to downtown, all the way to Ohio City.
Holy shit.
Because they fucking could not get an Uber and they didn't want to leave when
They didn't get
everybody else
or
was.
anything, or-
Well, no, they were like, we're leaving. They're like, we're going to stay.
You know, but they couldn't get like a bigger one.
They couldn't find nothing.
one,
Dude,
not
it was
this.
tough.
3 a.m. in Cleveland.
It was tough in general. I was using Uber and Lyft like crazy this weekend. Every wait time was
Do you remember that one year when you had 4th of July in Wisconsin? You were way trash for 4th of July.
Yeah.
Remember when U2 was playing at Brown Stadium?
Was that on the same?
Yeah, same day.
You're never gonna get it right.
Well, no. So it looked like it was like a zombie apocalypse. These people are, because it was like first come first serve floor seats. You know, you show up and so people were getting there super early. I didn't think about it. So I would party from 2 to like whatever 9. Then we go out after, and I think we had to shoot it at the end of the night. And then I remember trying to get an Uber. I was trying to get a taxi. There's no taxi inside. I finally get an Uber. I'm like, oh sweet. Not like I had no choice, and it was multiplied by like some god awful number. I had to pay $220
just to go home.
Which listen, it is what it is. But the crazy part was, I went to the time when the Indians were playing the Cubs in the Game 1 World Series, and we're getting our rings for the NBA when the Cavs won the year before. And you think it would be multiply would be bigger then? No, it was like not even close.
Yeah,
which is weird, you know.
I
don't know.
Remember, it was after the Cavs won. We went out. It was the day after your wedding. We went down and watched the Cavs game. I know we talked about this before, but the ride back. Luckily,
puking out of my SUV.
No. When we were in Cleveland, after we left,
I was puking out of the SUV.
Did you throw up out of the SUV?
Multiple times.
Oh, well, we crammed. How many people did we put in that? Like, it was like an excursion or an expedition or something. Because you couldn't get a ride.
We got a lot of people.
There was no way you were going to get out of downtown.
We're like Incredibles in that car.
Yeah. So after the Cavs won the NBA championship, like, we were stuck downtown, which turned into just a raging party.
And then I'm glad we didn't see any like craziness though. We actually got out before it got crazy.
But even still, like, we had to shove everybody in that fucking car. I mean, that was nuts.
But me being drunk, I actually found us a way how to get home like quicker.
Because we cut that. I know we cut down that one side. But anyway, all right. So we're talking about sports. I know Jamie's zoning out here.
We're talking about sports. Let's talk about the fact that I just found out today that Jake Paul is fighting Tyrone Woodley in Cleveland.
I know.
August 29th, right?
That's what you said. That's the first I heard.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the best part, so I have a friend, I was laughing the whole time, was texting me. He's like, bro, I got to go. We got to go to the fight together, dude. He's like, I'll put out, I'll give you a hand job, whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
If it goes to the fight, we know what happened.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that in the text thread because they dropped the announcement today, right?
Yep,
that they were going to fight in Cleveland. I wonder how that came about. Did you think you wanted to do one in?
I think it'd be great. I think
so. It's great.
I mean, it's hometown, right? I mean, he's originally from Westlake. Yeah. I think part of it too is probably just trying to find a venue. Like I know, like with the UFC, they look so far in advance, and they're trying to kind of plug in and find those venues that are open at that certain date that they've agreed upon. And it's August in Cleveland. There's not much going on at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Oh, that's why I kept seeing the queue.
That's what I listen.
It's like Progressive Field, Jacobs Field.
Yep.
Thing.
Yeah. So no, that's huge news. That's huge news for the city. It's huge news for the Jabs podcast as well.
It is
because we might have a guest in studio Thursday.
Me and Jamie will.
Me and you. Yeah,
John. I gotta zoom in if Jamie actually sends me the correct login. I might not be on it. Who knows?
You might be cancel culture.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So we might have one of the Paul brothers here Thursday in studio.
Like could be Jake.
That'd be huge.
As long as everything works out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's busy. We get it.
Yeah.
Spinning that. Let's roll into. Actually, we can. There's two things I want to talk about. So the big fight this weekend was Poirier and McGregor. So obviously you saw that.
Yeah.
But the other thing, while we're still talking about Jake, did you see the video he posted that Cheney bought?
He gave it to him.
Yeah, he gave it to him.
He gave it to Poirier.
No,
it was $100,000 McGregor diamond on the ground.
He asked him, what did he ask him? Do you want me to break the foot off or you want to do it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I saw pictures of that more close. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really got in depth with it. I was like, I give him credit. Like, he wasn't screaming, though. Like, you would think.
He was. Did you see the video of him?
No, I know he was screaming,
posted?
but like, you know what I'm saying?
Did you hear what he was screaming?
No.
It's a doctor stoppage. It's a doctor stoppage. I mean, he's not stupid. You know, he's like, I didn't get knocked out. It's a doctor stoppage.
It's crazy. So I heard the way he broke the foot in the beginning of the fight, correct? He got checked.
Supposedly, yeah. Supposedly he was having ankle issues the week prior in training. Like there was a lot of different stories out there.
So it was like maybe it was somewhat fragile.
Yeah. So and a lot of people, he's a very polarizing individual. You either love him or you hate him. I don't ever want to see somebody trying to take a step and they're stepping on their tibia and not on their foot.
Yes.
It is horrifying.
It looks gross as shit.
It is so bad. It's just, it could be my worst enemy in the world. John. I would never want to see that happen to you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I'd probably just walk away.
Those are well wishes.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's a phone. Here's 911. It's dialing. Call it yourself. I'm out.
Yeah. So you didn't want to see that. I mean, Poirier was piecing him up, but
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
you know, you don't want to see a fight end that way.
That's what I was going to say. So I only saw the highlights. Did you watch the whole thing? Did you see the whole thing?
asleep.
So I saw just the highlights, but it looked like Poirier was kind
Piecing
of
him
taking it to him a little bit there. So
Yep.
Yeah, confidence, man.
Ooh,
That's all it takes.
Otani's he's within striking
Let's talk about
range.
that. So sorry, guys. Jamie is not into the podcast right now. He's more into the home run derby.
Listen,
And Otani, let me tell you something. That dude is a damn legend. You know why? That dude has not taken batting practice all year.
he's a damn legend for a number of
What
reasons.
I'm saying, but like that dude has not taken BP all year.
Yeah. So
He's
I'm
leading the league in home runs.
baseball is my jam. Like I have watched every All-Star game, every home run derby of my life. Like I've never seen anybody like this dude. Never. He is going to be the starting pitcher. He is a DH batting leadoff, and he's the favorite to win the home run derby. Like that's fucking unheard of.
is this pitching in real time?
Yeah.
Why is it going so fast?
He's
just
trying.
firing off.
They're timed.
So that it's timed.
Oh, so
And
is
the
that new?
I think that started last year. The year
a couple
before.
years ago. Yeah.
Oh, he came up one short.
So no.
So he tied him up.
lost?
So he only had one home run at the 1 minute mark, and it's only 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why he was just
So
launching
you had
ball
21
after ball
home
after
runs
ball after
after
ball.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That's been nice.
So
I was happy when I hit one out after like 30 pitches.
you made a
I barely
comment.
made it over.
You made a comment, Jamie, before we started. Wait, in the All-Star, Celebrity All-Star.
No.
when you just did batting practice
Yeah.
for the Indians.
down
That's
there,
right. Hey, all you need is the one good one to put on
Bro.
on social media. You're good.
That's all it is.
That's all that matters.
It's all for the gram.
That's right. The Jamie, you made a comment that we might be actually witnessing the greatest baseball player of all time, as long as he can consistently do this for
It's
a
the
number of years.
consistency, I mean.
But I mean, holy shit, it really is fucking impressive.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Because baseball players don't do that anymore. They don't play both. They don't play
Not at the-
offense and defense.
No,
you know what I mean. Like,
They don't go both ways.
or you know
John
what I mean,
does,
pitching wise.
They don't pitch and bat. I mean, not at this
No one got
type
that?
of a level.
I heard you.
That was great.
I was walking right over it. But at this high of a level and what he's doing, especially now, it's everything's so specialized. You're either a starting pitcher that barely hits and whatever, or you're a reliever that comes in for an inning here, an inning there, a closer. But it's totally and completely unheard of at
Starting pitcher,
2021. Starting pitcher batting like fucking cleanup
and dropping bombs.
bombs. Yep.
Here's a question: when you were growing up, when you were playing baseball growing up, were you specifically like did you play travel ball and all that
Yeah.
stuff? And so were you always same position, or did you move around a little bit?
I mean, depending what team it was, but I mostly played one position because, everyone has their own position. But I did move around just because, like, I could be utility. Say if a kid got hurt, or a kid was tired, or a kid was pitching,
yeah.
I could step up and take that position.
Yeah, it seemed. When did it was at high school probably that starts to transition away a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I still did other positions in high school too, just because trying to get picked up. In high school, I was playing well in high school, but I didn't get looked at. I did a little bit, but nothing to an extent. But like, you gotta keep your options open. So you want to play where like
Sure
a
that you're-
catcher, outfield and third base, first base. Those are my main positions.
And Jamie is trying to breed super athletes over there.
Trying.
Need somebody to take care of dad.
That's right.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, my kids do well. Guess what?
I mean,
30%. That's all I care about.
One of these days, Jamie's going to piss you off enough that you just leave Jamie like in the dust, and then Jamie's going to need someone else to mooch off of.
Wow.
Listen.
Wow.
Listen. I don't care how mad I get at him.
John got.
He keeps bringing that Oreo dirt over, and I'll forgive him real quick.
John was giving me hell because I mooched a couple of those cigars off you when we left last week.
Dude,
That was-
that's the cigars. I would gladly.
So I brought one golfing, and he was like, "Oh, this is mooching this shit off of Stipe."
Wait,
and this,
no. Wait,
that."
who's the man that called me about getting some, and they made you go pick them up?
Oh, that was reversed. I called you, and he had to go pick them up.
I picked my. Yeah, I was the nice
Oh,
one.
damn. That totally just backfired.
But who was the one who called your wife and said, "I don't ever ask for anything, but I really need the super expensive ticket to go see Machine Gun Kelly and backstage passes and all that for my birthday."
Hey, I save all my asks for one time.
I got a $10 cigar.
Jamie keeps taking little things. I go, you gotta keep it in and take one big ask.
That's a yes. Okay, I'll give you that.
That's
I
it.
do give you
Hey,
that.
when we became friends, I said I will always be honest when I'm using you for something. I'm just kidding.
He
I did say that.
He actually does. He texts me. He'll be like, "Hey,
I hate to ask. I don't ask for
I'm
shit
using you."
often.
He's like, "I'm going to ask, but I'm going to use you." And listen, at least you're honest.
I don't ask for.
No, you don't honestly.
But
It's been a two-way street with me and Stipe though.
Oh.
He's used me a number of times.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
He's like that one time I needed a cigar. No, Jamie pulls out the cigar and I go, Jamie, where's mine? Because I know he asked for, you grabbed a couple. And he's like, well, I left it at home because I figured you weren't going to want it because your stomach hurts when you smoke. I was like, it does because of the sensitive tongue.
Well, I'm going to smoke a shit ton on Saturday, so I'll tell you that right now.
There you go.
But talking about asking for stuff, I want to ask that guy from the Virgin company that was going to space. There's 2 free tickets.
See, that's your big ask.
That's my big ask.
That's a big ask.
I would love it.
Yeah.
So
Dude.
For free, yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
For $250,000.
When we were talking about this, I didn't know it was $250,000 to get on too. I thought, how's it free?
And there's hundreds of people that have already paid.
I know, but here's my question: there's 100 people going.
Well, I think they're going 5 at a time or something like that. But there's hundreds of people have already paid to do this.
The thing's an airplane. The thing legit is an airplane.
So
right?
it's a super carrier, I think they call it. So it takes off and it has the jet attached to the bottom of it, and then at some point they drop the jet and the jet hits the boosters, and it goes up and gets into orbit.
Yeah. So
Does that make sense? So it's not like a rocket that goes from the ground.
It goes, yeah.
That takes off from an actual airport. They drop the jet. It hits its boosters and it gets up.
So
into
here's
orbit.
my question. That's a serious question now. Is where the hell does that jet go? Is there a parachute?
There's a pilot.
Oh, there's a pilot on the jet.
The big one.
The jet takes it up and then
Yes.
the rocket releases.
I'm thinking. Never mind. I was thinking it was a rocket, an engine by itself. Sorry.
No, it's good.
it detaches, but
Interesting.
so-
Are they okay with this? Like, is NASA cool with it? Like,
well, they don't have
NASA's
any
all
say.
for it. NASA's consultants with all of these companies. Basically, the U.S. government said, "Okay, we're done. We're out of the space game because it's too expensive."
well, they're coming back in the game. Or,
Well, now it's all private. It's
is that funny how
it's
much time,
SpaceX.
how times has changed?
Yeah, it's SpaceX. It's is it Richard Branson? Is that his name?
Yeah,
The guy from Virgin.
Virgin. Then you got Bezos is going up in like 6 days. And
Is it like a race to get up there?
it kind of was. So Bezos announced that he was going up 6 days from now. So he announced that like a month ago.
Yeah.
Richard Branson wasn't supposed to go up till later in the summer,
Now he's
but
doing
he
it.
scratched somebody off of this flight yesterday so that he could jump on it and beat Bezos.
That-
He said that's not why he did it, but come on, that's why.
Dude, it's all about money.
Yeah.
So I think what I was reading was I think it's 50 miles up is like the threshold for what is considered like
considered
whatever.
by some.
yeah. So they went up to 50.
Give or take a
They
few
went up to
miles.
53 miles, and so that's
Oh,
how-
so that's all they're doing is just 53 miles?
So a lot of places say 50 miles is the threshold of space. There are others who say it's 63 miles. So what they did was they hit that 50. They went up 3 more miles. So they were 53 miles above the Earth. And
So they already did this.
and yeah,
this was yesterday.
and you get the
Okay.
weightlessness.
Oh,
And
so
you
wait, so the
get
Virgin
that-
guy did this yesterday?
that's what he
so
did
He
yesterday.
was in space yesterday.
He was in space yesterday.
Wow.
Yes. So he had 3 to 4 minutes of weightlessness before they started coming back down.
Oh, so they're just shooting up and going down.
Yeah,
Is that what Bezos doing too?
Probably.
Or is he actually going
I'm
to hang out and
assuming,
chill?
I think that's what he's doing. The one that is the SpaceX is the one that is like they're
gonna be
they're
chilling.
way further ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So they're already planning on like getting to the space station and shit like that.
Yeah, and then
That's
like
Musk,
have
right? It's
yeah,
Musk. Okay.
and then have they're trying to get it so they take off the rockets and everything like
Come back.
come back
They're
down with
reusable.
parachutes and like land again, so you can like reuse it to help cut the cost
It's
down.
called being eco-friendly.
It's called being Elon Musk and being just so smart.
Yes.
So my question to you is, how much money is fuck you money when you have $250,000 to go? Here you go. I'm gonna give you this so that I can have 3 minutes of weightlessness.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of fuck yous.
That's it's insane to me.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's exactly what. So I was telling you the last time we were together, not on the podcast, but we were talking off the podcast that I was watching that. What was that on Disney Plus?
The right stuff.
The Right Stuff, and it was literally that's exactly what they did with Al Shepard's first flight into space. That's all it was.
Listen, all I gotta say is the guy, I guess Fast and Furious beat him to it though. They took a car in space.
So did Elon Musk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Movie magic.
it's crazy.
Yep.
That is a lot of fucking money. I think
that's crazy though, man. Like the thing about times have changed. Like before we sit around and watch on TV, like our classes would be like, oh my God, crazy.
Then the Challenger exploded, and that was the most scarring part of my childhood.
Now,
well, I wasn't. Really, you were alive when I was around?
Of course I was. I was in fifth grade.
Was it 81?
86.
86. Oh, I was a little kid. Yeah, all right, I was a little kid
Yep.
then.
We were sitting in the classroom. That was the big one because the teacher was going up with them.
I remember that, yeah.
So every school in America, man.
Wasn't like some with that, wasn't there like some little flaw in the engine? Something like that.
What was that one? I think that was an engine. It was a
little piece or something.
It was like an O-ring of some sort.
Yeah, O-ring was
cracked or something.
The sealant on the O-ring was.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, something crazy. Well, even what was it, the Columbia that blew up on the way in? It had just like faulty
tiles,
heat tiles on it.
So just faulty teeth. Like how?
They used it too many times. Yeah.
Oh, you could reuse those?
Yeah, those
up to a certain point.
Yeah,
that wasn't meant to be that bad of a joke, but like
terrible joke.
I mean,
that's not what I meant. You know what I mean? Like they were pushing the limits of how often they should have been using stuff.
And this is why the government got out, because they can't afford it's a government, they can afford whatever, but it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And what's the payoff? So you privatize it, you put it into the private sector, and now it's a competition. And now you got people.
If I paid them.
Now, is that a bad thing though? Is that competition going to force people to maybe cut corners or
somebody's going to die?
There's got to be.
Hopefully no one does.
So people have died. So
what about the guy from Texas that built one in his house?
It's insane.
Is that a real story, right?
Probably not.
That was no.
It was a movie.
Yeah, there's a movie. Was that based on a real story?
I don't know.
Some guy was like trying to build a rocket. I don't know if it's true.
So
who knows? Like
Billy Bob Thornton was in it.
I think so. Yeah.
Right? What movie was that?
I don't know.
I know.
I would watch it, but Ohtani and Soto are toe to toe right now. 28 home runs to 31, which is amazing. Richard Branson, his Virgin Atlantic, whatever the hell their name is, they've had multiple people die. Like they've had a couple of pilots die. They had a rocket explode. Yeah,
so he's been doing this for a while.
That's been going on for years. SpaceX has lost countless. I don't know if they've lost people, but they've lost countless.
Equipment.
Yeah, like I mean, they're trying to literally land.
Yeah, I remember the first time they ever did that.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, it landed, was like, good night.
Yeah, so.
But it's still crazy they can do that, though.
Would you actually want to go to space?
No.
What about you?
If I didn't have a child and a child on the way and a wife, 100%.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I had to,
well, no,
like, it was like, we got to get off planet Earth.
3-4 minutes.
You want to go out there.
Guiding. Like, I want to be like, freaking, like, Houston. We have a problem, like
I don't think we want to be saying Houston. We have a problem. If I'm up there, I want to be like, hey, everything's going good.
Yeah, just floating away and just
I'll be like the monkey in the tests.
So random thing I just saw yesterday. You said Houston, we have a problem. So backstory on that flight. I forget if that was Apollo 13.
Yes, Apollo 13.
So
Tom Hanks.
When the actual story. One of the scientists.
I thought Tom Hanks was part of that. It's a movie?
One of the scientists or engineers that was working on that project was a woman. Her job was to have like the fourth step down when they had an emergency. It was like the redundant, okay, you have to do this, then you have to do this, then you have to do this. Yeah. And if you get to this, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That was hers.
Oh, my. That was hers. If it comes to her, she's like, I'm
So like 2 weeks before she goes into labor. So she takes all of her work with her to the hospital, gets, working the numbers, doing all her engineering shit in the hospital, like sends it over.
What a boss.
My job is done. When that flight went on, all the issues they had, it made it to her.
She's like,
what she did.
Yeah.
And it saved their lives.
And she just got done having a baby.
Yeah, guess who the baby was?
Tom Hanks.
Jack Black.
No, it was
no way.
No bullshit. Jack Black's mom.
Dude, first off, love that dude. You watch his Instagram, amazing. Someone said it's like the uncle at all your party, 100%.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's crazy.
Yep.
I like that you said Tom Hanks. It would have been great. Little did we know, Forrest Gump's mom.
Listen, life's like a box of chocolates.
So I was enthralled with the space program as a kid with NASA. NASA was huge when I was a kid. Like you bought merchandise everywhere. But I never wanted to go. I think I was scarred by the Challenger. I swear to God, I think that whole thing, like I was like, 8 years old. That thing went up and it blew, and I was like, no, I don't ever want want to fucking do that.
I mean, God forbid something happens with one of these private companies sending people
It's
up.
happening.
But like,
It's inevitable because they're always cutting corners, like you said. Like it's just.
I mean, I hope not.
Even if you're perfect, and you're not cutting corners, like shit happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just
Well, it's like-
shit happens.
One company I work with, they always take private jets. And a couple of times I've gone on private jets with them, whatever. And so the one time I didn't go, they own a NASCAR team. And they're going to go watch an Xfinity series. They're going to watch the guy or the two guys they had going, and I guess they were taking off, and then the private jet, and it just like it was about to take off and just screeched halt. And I'm like, what happened? Someone was telling me about it. I'm like, what happened? They're like, oh, they had something going on. When the lights popped up, it's instant, like, stop.
Just shut it down.
It's just, on its own. Like, the pilot doesn't touch it. I was like, bro, if that would happen, I'm like, get me off the damn plane now.
Well,
I mean, like, dude,
put me on a different one.
yeah. No,
Here's my thing. I think if you have a close call with anything like that, then you're like, oh, that was my close call. I'm good forever.
Don't, no,
Like,
no.
I mean, like, I'm not saying it's sound logic. I'm just saying it's
as long as you recognize that.
I had a friend, crazy story. So a few days ago, a few days ago, his son was walking home, riding his bike, hit a curb, fell off and broke his wrist. Crazy, right? A year to the date.
Does he not know that he told us this?
Well, I'm telling the podcast.
You told the podcast, didn't
Is
you?
that really?
Yeah. This was a
never mind.
podcast
Last
story
episode.
already.
Sorry, it's like talking about like fate. Like,
no, 100%.
so I'm bringing it up again. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I was just
We were having a moment. John and I were laughing at you.
Final Destination shit.
No, it was. I don't think space is for me. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, and if it comes down to, hey, you got to get off Earth and go to Mars, I'll be like, I'm good, man. Just get my kids out of here. Like, I'm gonna go
Just
down.
let the Armageddon.
Like Titanic.
I'm going down with the ship.
Take the kids.
Let the Armageddon comet hit the Earth, and we'll call it all day.
That's when Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis can save me.
Yeah.
Actually, Stewart will save us.
What else did you have, John? I know you had a list.
We were kicking around ideas and stuff. I know we all kind of been busy running around, but Jamie and I, Stipe, I wrote this on the list, but you wouldn't know the context of it, so I'm going to tell you right now. I wrote, do you remember the first time you had a beer? We kind of kicked around this when we were out on the golf course. Tell us about your first beer.
I was like 11 years old. My grandparents gave me some Croatian beer.
Was it did you get like a whole can or bottle, or was it like just
4
taste
bottles.
it? Just at 11.
I was just drinking it. It was
He's a
good.
Croatian kid, man. That's what they do.
I mean, like, it was nothing. It was good. I felt like, Grandpa, this is good. He's like, all right, have another one. Like, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, it wasn't like driving or anything like that. Yeah. Like, I just, my mom wasn't happy about it.
No.
She's like, what do you do? I'm like, Mom, it was good though.
Everyone's got the.
She scolded him for that one, but he wasn't like trying to like get me drunk.
Yeah.
He's like, you want a beer? I'm like, yeah, I never had one. He's like, all right, like you're getting older, just fucking have one. He's like, better to give it to you now than you trying to steal.
Better to get it from your grandpa.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
From
it was great. It was like one of those like.
And that's a good memory too.
Yeah.
Having a beer with your grandpa.
I probably a little buzz. I don't remember. It was like a while back, but like
if you had 4 beers at 11 years old, you were
blacked out.
Maybe it was maybe 3. We'll just say it was a few. I know that it wasn't like a 6-pack or anything. I know it wasn't that, but it was good.
Most people go over their grandparents' house and there's just a candy jar.
Yeah,
they're like,
the hard candy. Yeah,
He's like, Grandpa was throwing me Croatian beers. I'm having a day.
What's the Croatian liquor?
We got Schlivo.
Yeah, Schlivo.
I've had that. No, I've had that. I mean, I remember my Aunt Chris's wedding. I was like sitting there and like, we all stand in the line. If you're in the wedding, you have to stand in line and greet everyone as they come in. It's like, I don't know if it's like you guys do it, but I don't think you do it anymore. But I was sitting there, they have a Schlivo table where everyone do shots to come in, dude. And I'm just sitting there handing them out and doing them at the same time. I was 14 or 15. I was wasted. I was drinking screwdrivers all night. I was the coolest kid ever.
The Croatians know how to get after it. What's the one? Didn't you go to like a part? Don't they do a big party like every year in Croatia? It's like a festival type thing. There's like boats.
Well, the yacht week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go. It was John Vellante.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what?
I was actually supposed to. I was when I was there with my father. We're hanging out. I was actually gonna go hang out with him there. And my dad's like, "Bro, I know you want to go. Like, he's like, I want you to go because it was one night. He's like, I'm not gonna miss you. We've been together all week. He's like, it's a long drive. I was like, I'm not gonna worry about that. If it was closer, 100% would have went for just for the night, and then. But my brother was like, legit. I was going out every night. My brother was like, please, can we just stay home one night? He was begging me. I'm like, bro, come on, dude. You're like young. I'm like old. Come on.
We're in Croatia.
Bro, dude. Man, I wish I could go back soon.
Hey, Jab podcast trip.
Jab's
Yeah.
podcast.
I like how we
trip.
keep moving where it's supposed to be from. Like maybe Nashville, Montana.
Yeah. Oh, I still want to do
Nashville, Montana, Croatia. Those are
You know what we should do? Oh, I never mind the baby born. I probably can't do it.
Yeah, babies ruin everything.
Selfish.
What about you, Jamie? First beer.
Yeah, so we were at a Chinese restaurant with my folks. I was probably 5 or 6. I actually don't really remember this. I was always a story I was told. But my father had like given me a sip. He was like, "You want a sip?" My dad always put salt in his beer. That was his thing. He would take a salt shaker and put it in. And I'd watch the fizz go down and whatever, and he'd be like, "Here, you want a sip?" So I took a sip, and everyone kind of took their attention elsewhere, and I apparently grabbed the tall beer and just fucking slammed it like a man, and then immediately passed out. I was like, I slept the rest of the night,
and it all worked out.
Yeah. Aside from that, like the first like beer where I actually sat down and was actually at OU. I was down at OU.
Did you guys have big pictures and stuff back in the day, like around a night table? Like,
No.
I don't know. How you guys do it? Like a big turkey leg?
That was a stretch.
I get it.
Yeah, so I was
like
at
a bald Viking in a cave.
I was like a 12.
What animal did you kill to make your fur pelt? Because you were a caveman.
Your mom's pussy.
Oh, Jesus.
I think you made the Browns coat.
What a dig.
So,
see, mine's like very surface level, not that.
You came
bad.
hard with that. That was great.
I know.
Listen, that was aggressive, and I loved every second of it.
Thanks, buddy.
Jesus.
How about you, John?
I'm really unhappy that the dinosaurs didn't get you.
Me, Jamie.
So anyway, back to your story. Oh, you.
It was Little Sibs weekend. My brother was down there as a freshman or sophomore year of college, and yeah, I got hammered.
Nice.
He got me really, really drunk. I was like 13.
You're fine. You're 12, 13.
I was like 12 or 13. I was in that range.
Say
So
13 sounds way better.
it does for some
I don't
reason.
know why 12, 13 is just different. You know?
Yeah.
What about you?
Jamie almost convinced me when we were playing golf that he didn't have his first beer till he was 21. I can't remember what he said too, and I think Suey was like, "Wait, what?"
You both did,
We
yeah.
were both like really confused.
I think I had a cigar in my mouth and I mumbled, and you guys were like, "Wait, not until you were 20." Oh no, that's what it was. I said it was. We were talking about this, and I mentioned I was like, "Well." It was the first time I actually sat down with my father to have a beer.
Oh yeah.
And it was my 21st birthday. That's what it was. And it was
And then
scarring.
He proceeded to tell you.
My father was military, very military man. It was a very strict household, and cracked me or brought a beer out, and I was like, it was a big deal. And he was like, I want to talk to you about what I did on my 21st birthday. And I was like, all right, cool. Like,
Strippers and blow.
like, how wasted did you get? He was like, I was in the woods of Vietnam, and my best friend died in my arms. And I was like,
Wow.
This is where Jamie gets his chipper demeanor from.
Way to bring the mood down again, buddy.
I know.
yeah, it was a really interesting conversation. So,
What do you say that? You're like this, you're like, so, did you watch the game today?
I was like, this beer is delicious. I've never had one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, Schlitz Gay, my favorite.
Yeah. What about you, John? First beer?
Wouldn't it be really like ironic if your dad would have got you a Vietnamese beer and like that's what you were drinking? Like, how fucked up would that be?
Oh my God, that would have been fucked up.
Yeah, there's a couple of layers of messed up in that one.
Yeah,
but
it was a Bud Light.
Yeah, well, that's fine. No, I was, probably a junior in high school, I think.
Really?
And I mean, like, my dad, like, gave me sips of beer and stuff like that, but I was always, like, real late. I was late to the party on that. And then I think it was at a graduation party at one of my friends' houses or something, and there were like parents and stuff floating around, but the kids were, a year older than me, whatever. And I remember I was sitting on the back porch and I was like, I'm drinking this whole beer, like da-da-da. And that was like the first beer. That thing didn't taste great.
Right.
First
beers are terrible.
But I was telling Jamie too, when I moved into OU as a freshman, I remember my dad my mom and dad helped me move in or whatever to the dorm. And then, as we're getting to leave, my dad says, remember, you have 4 years. You don't have to have all your fun in one day. And I was like, okay, that's great advice.
And
whatever.
then he handed him over the Browns coat.
No. So then I open, my parents leave, whatever. I open the mini fridge.
It's all beer.
Case of beer in the fridge.
Oh,
I was
good.
like, hell yeah. Nice. So
That's awesome.
That worked out well.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
Let's step it up here now. When's the first time you had sex?
Ooh.
With a girl?
Oh, I'm not touching this one.
That's a good topic. I like it.
Go ahead.
I was 16.
I'm not going down this road.
Neither am I.
I was 16.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing. I lasted 7 minutes because I watched the clock next to me.
There you go.
He's like, I don't even know who it was. It was a Timex.
I actually won at my first district title in wrestling.
Nice. A little nookie afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen. So the girl, it's crazy. And she was like, we're hanging out partying. And she's I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to bed on the couch. She said, well, you can sleep in my bed. I'm like, done. And I was like, Bruce Almighty, clothes flew off. I was like, okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I think I was about the same as on 16.
Yeah. Jonathan has not been laid yet.
That's true.
Yeah. Virgin.
Except for his butthole.
Wow.
Oh, actually.
I like how he said butthole and the light bulb went off, John.
Speaking of which,
So, anyway.
I don't know what just happened.
Nothing.
Something awkward just happened, which is good because this is an awkward podcast. I don't know if you're allowed to say what you're about to say. Oh,
yep, exactly. And that's why I said no. All right.
Hey, we're hitting that 50-minute mark.
Perfect.
All right. You want to send us out here, buddy?
Yeah, we're going to get out of here.
Go ahead.
No, it's
Hopefully
bullshit.
we'll get another one.
No. I'm not. No, this is
We're
bullshit.
either cutting it or I am getting up and walking out right
You're
now.
fired.
So that's
Oh, you can't.
I can't do it.
No.
We're in this together.
it's
it's not even that big of a deal.
I want you to take us out of here. I want to stop recording,
And then we'll
I
talk
gotta
about
hear
it.
what you got to say.
No, I'll tell you after we stop recording.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I think I told you on the FaceTime
No,
that
you
we're
didn't
not
even
talking
tell
about
me. You not stop that first
it. All
off.
right. Anyway.
awesome.
All right.
I'm so
Thanks for
mad
listening,
now.
everybody. Jabs Podcast.
I
You can
don't
reach
care
us
anymore.
at the period
Whatever.
Jabs.
Shut up.
You can reach us at
We're
never gonna get through any of the
I don't like to
things.
do anything fun anymore. I've never been laid and this and that. Oh, this fucking show. I'm joking. I love it. Thanks for listening, guys. Here's John.
The period Jabs period podcast at gmail.com. You can find us on all social media at the shit.
Oh,
I
gee,
fucked that one up.
fucking Jesus.
God, he keeps, you know what? I'm all flustered now. He's got me all flustered.
You really are flustered.
You can find us at Jabs Podcast on all social media. You can find Stipe at Stipe Miocic on all social media platforms. You can find Jamie at Mekalek, Mekalek. You can find me at JP Chubak. It's like Chewbacca without the CA. Find us on YouTube, search Jabs Podcast, and give us a like and subscribe. And we will see you
Hey, real quick, Jamie.
later.
Someone's not going to be here on Thursday. Guess what's going to come up in the conversation?
Nothing.
I'm so excited about
I'm going to be
finding
on the
this out.
Zoom call. I'm going to be.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, for sure.
God damn
We
it.
got it, babe. We'll see you in New York.
Hey, we hate Rick Russo.
right,
Bye,
bye.
everybody.